Hello, this is the Vade Mecum, and I'm going to walk you through shapes in Google Drawing. So as you can see, I've got my 4 shapes ready to go, and previously I showed you how you can arrange them and get them all distributed vertically, horizontally. So I got them all distributed nicely. But if you didn't know, you could go through and format all the different things just like you would in the text box. You can change the box color, change the color of the line around it, change the thickness of the line, and you can even change whether it's dotted or not, which that looks kind of funky and cool all on its own. Then you can put text in it if you like, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we are looking at just it as a shape. Format options. You can, again, do all kinds of different things, but what really matters is that you can do drop shadows on your shapes as well to give them a little bit of depth. So by doing that, that just creates a nice three-dimensional feel on your shapes if you want to do that. And you can do that on all of them at the same time. So if you select them, click drop shadow, angle, distance, blur, so you can edit all of them at the same time or just one of them. The cool thing about shapes, though, which would put something other than a rectangle, is that you can put photos in the different shapes. So since this is kind of once you have a setting set up, any shape you draw will follow within that setting. So you'll just need to go through and change the color, get rid of the line, so it's a basic shape. To put a picture in there, you can actually, the easiest thing to do with putting photos in shapes is you don't actually have to place the shape first. Instead, you're actually going to place a photo. So going through the photos, just pick something. I'll just pick something random from Drive, group of kids working. And it's always going to place as a rectangle because that's the style of photo it is. But if you want to put it in a different kind of shape to mix things up, you click on the photo and go up to this crop tool. And you can crop it just by traditional cropping, clicking on the black lines and shrinking the sides, or you can put it in a shape. So for example, if you want it to be in a circle, click circle, and you now have an oval. Now if you want to fix that and crop it more like a circle, make sure you hit the crop button again, hold shift, or you don't hold shift, just try to click on those black lines and squeeze in, and there you have to kind of fight it a little bit, but then you can get a circle. Now if you want to move the picture within that, you just double click the picture and you can actually move the image around in the shape. You can also stretch the image out and only have a certain part of the image in there. And then if you want to make things fancy, give it a drop shadow. That way it looks nice and three-dimensional. So that is how you can put photos in shapes. So first you place the photo and then you go and crop it and you give it some kind of shape. And there you have it, cropping photos in shapes and manipulating shapes. One more thing you can look at is just the lines, and you can actually do all kinds of different lines. So click your line tool, you got regular straight lines, you've got arrows, you can make those really big arrows, you can even adjust how the points look. You can even do an elbow connector, which is nice and handy for doing different graphs and charts. You can do a curved one. You can also create your own shape if you'd like, and it will select it there. Whoops. And then the last thing is your scribble. So if you're using a touch screen or if you're really handy with the mouse, you can scribble. So lines, shapes, and photos, and putting your photos in a shape.